All right, welcome back. My name's John. This is Sean. We're currently at Batch Brewing. We just finished Frankenstein's Night. We watched Tremors. It was a good time.
This is STS number 3.
This is STS number 3. Sean's here to keep me on my shit.
That's right.
So, what's going on? What are we shooting the shit about tonight?
I want to talk about my Ridge wallet that I've ordered.
You're very proud of it.
How much does a Ridge wallet cost?
$20? I don't know.
Are you serious?
I'm guessing. I don't know.
No, it's like $80.
That's 80.
Yeah, but I don't know if this is a knockoff. I got it from AliExpress for $33.
It's got a good amount of weight to it. Is this supposed to be titanium or is
supposedly?
This titanium, I can see it being $80. Titanium's not cheap.
I mean, sounds like titanium.
You could be stained with steel and it's going to sound.
But I don't.
Sounds the same.
Oh yeah, there we go. Are we going to start tapping stuff on the table?
You try your watch. I'm sure that's titanium. It doesn't sound the same. That's obviously.
I can't hit it against the thing as hard.
It's a brick.
Yeah.
Bought a fucking brick for a wallet.
So that put me down the rabbit hole to AliExpress. Obviously, they sell knockoffs there, but I looked at this thing, this Ridge wallet, and $30 shipped. I got it within a week, within 7 days, and I was number one mesmerized that I got something from China in 7 days.
I've been impressed with Ali's shipping times on the last several things that I bought.
I was just really surprised that, like, supposedly Ridge had a store, but then that put me down the rabbit hole of finding out that all these brands that I wanted to buy shit from had brands too. And then I realized, oh yeah, these aren't actually the brand stores because they're just called whatever.
So, question on the Ridge wallet.
Yes.
They have a different brand, same style wallet at just like Meijer, Walmart, etc. What's the difference?
I have no idea.
So it's just 2 slacks of metal with a rubber band, basically?
Yeah, with an elastic between it. So, like, I will say that my previous wallet was a slab of copper with like a bottle opener and a piece of elastic, and it was heavier than this.
I still go with the slab of cow.
Yeah, well, you're George Costanza.
No, it's not a fucking Costanza.
It's the summer of John.
It's about the same as the phone because of how my ass sits.
You sit on it? That's okay. This is totally unplanned.
We don't plan shit. That's the whole point of this series.
That's right. You sit on your wallet?
Of course.
Really?
What do you do?
I have it in my front pocket.
Why?
Because I don't want to sit on it.
See, I have a very distinct pocket. I have knives in the right pocket, phone in the left pocket, wallet in the right back pocket, left back pocket is question mark. You know, whatever you need that day.
Wow. We're learning a lot about John today. It's
knives plural.
Shit. I don't want to see you in a dark alley.
Yeah, they're not that good at knife.
I do key.
Okay.
Key.
So key goes on a clip on the belt loop.
Yeah, you're like from the 90s.
This is
wallet.
This is supposedly titanium from China too.
In my left pocket, phone in right pocket. That's it.
Okay. Let's talk about Hulk Hogan. We haven't talked about Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, why not?
Fine.
Let's talk about Hulk Hogan.
How do you feel about Ben Affleck portraying Hulk Hogan in the Gawker scandal, but possibly getting sued by Hulk Hogan?
I mean, I'm real excited to see how that turns out.
I will not pay to, but gladly watch Ben Affleck playing Hulk Hogan because, one, I want to see him cut facial hair like that. 2, I want to see him shave male pattern baldness into his head. I don't care who you are. If you're willing to cut your hair like that, I'll watch.
Do you think that that's not going to be like prosthetic?
I hope not. I hope they shave his head like a fucking dipshit.
But
I want full skull.
I always think of Tommy Lee Jones. When he did some movie, he shaved the horseshoe. And I always appreciated the commitment. But how do you get rid of the 5 o'clock shadow that grows? Like, I shave my head quite often.
I shave mine daily.
Well, not like I shave my head.
No, I'm back on it.
Oh, well, still, look at all this hair this guy has.
But this is from, I shaved it at 7 this morning, so.
Oh, mine was yesterday.
And here I'm a furry
considerably thinner than you.
Oh, you got a couple years on me, so.
Let's not mention anything about that. No, I'm excited to see it. I'd like to see the portrayal.
I want to see the skullet. I want to see the skullet, and I want to see the GH man-tit version of Ben Affleck trying. Well, I guess if they're doing the Gawker scandal, he wouldn't have to wrestle, would he?
Yeah, it's going to be all the tertiary.
I'm also interested to see who plays Bubba the Love Sponge.
I want to see how they handle the reenactment of the video.
Yes.
That's what I'd like to see.
And who's going to play Hogan's kids?
Nick Swartzen and...
Oh, God, that's perfect. God, I hate that's perfect.
I don't know who's going to play the girl.
Kelly Cuoco?
Because they're both, like, way beyond the age, so that works.
Sure.
All right. So that's a wrap.
Are we done?
What's the next thing?
You wanted to talk about cruise control last week, and we didn't get to it.
Cruise control.
How do you feel about cruise control? What are your
love
thoughts?
cruise control.
I don't use it.
Why don't you use cruise control?
I feel like I'm out of control, and I don't like that.
But you're controlling of the cruise. You're in control of the cruise.
Not when I'm...
You set a speed and you stick
wearing
to
fucking
it.
Mandals. I fucking hate Mandals. You might be able to catch it right here. Fucking Mandals walking by.
What?
Mandals. Right over there. It's at the bar. Fucking Mandals in a hoodie. If you have to wear a sweatshirt, it's time to put the Mandals away.
I've never heard them called Mandals before.
Well, I'm more cultured
Evolved.
than you are,
Oh,
clearly.
okay.
So, I'm cultured.
Cruise
I
control.
grow hair faster, apparently.
Yeah, true.
You grow it better in the face, but I grow it better on the head.
So, cruise control. What? I mean, why do you feel out of control? You're still driving the car.
I like controlling the speed and the steering.
Yeah, but you're like, I don't know, a roller coaster. You just.
I have a feeling I tailgate and speed more than you do.
I just set it and forget it, like Ron Popeil.
Set it and forget it.
I try to hit more than 70 as often as possible.
Ron Popeil, very relevant references here on STS.
It's what we do. So
Yeah. Okay, so cruise control still undecided. Let us know in the comments, what do you think? I think cruise control is boss, and John clearly doesn't agree with that.
it's fine. I just don't use it. So
You should.
man, it's like condoms. It's
You gotta
fine.
pay
I just
extra
don't
to
use
get it.
Yeah,
It
pay
doesn't
extra
come
to
for
get
free.
it.
I mean, maybe now, but it didn't used to come for free. It's kind of like air conditioning. You had to pay for that too in your car.
I think you had to pay for everything in your car. Now I think the only
AM,
well,
FM radio.
you know what? I haven't read my lease that closely to see exactly what they're charging me for.
Yeah.
So you're probably right. I probably am paying for it and not using it. So
All right, next topic. Cruise control. Tell us what you think.
next topic.
Yeah.
Nic Cage is playing John Madden
Why do you throw it down with authority?
because I'm an authoritarian.
Okay.
So
It goes against your whole ethos, but okay.
it does, but
I'm picking up what you're putting down. Nic Cage as
John Madden,
John Madden.
the man who can play anything.
I wish I had a good Madden impersonation right now.
I'm kind of curious to see if Nic Cage bulks up for John Madden. I don't ever remember John Madden being on the slimmer side. Even when he was coaching, he was still a pretty
He's a
hefty
big
dude,
boy,
right?
Yeah.
And I'm saying that with all due respect. Like, I'm not skinny myself, but like, love Nic Cage. I've said a million times, the great thing about Nic Cage is the Nic Cage movie doesn't have to be good to be great. It just has to have Nic Cage in it.
Okay.
And yeah, I don't see the maybe in the face a little bit if you add 60 pounds to the face, but I don't see the resemblance.
Well, it doesn't have to be. I mean, if anything recent movies have told us is that you don't have to be the personification of the role the person you're playing, because they can fat suits, they can do prosthetics, whatever.
If anyone's watching this that's local, we're both fans of the Drew and Mike show, especially the radio days, but more so the later days. They have a whole drop reel of just John Madden blurbs that sound really funny out of context. I hope they throw a bunch of those into this movie. Oh,
I think I literally just rubbed a booger off the bottom of the chair that I'm sitting on. You're
Good.
talking about the whole like John Madden pay-per-view thing, right?
yes.
Okay.
Well, that's basically just like
Pat
what?
Summerall.
Yeah, it's like a 2-minute quip show of him saying things that are very funny out of context.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
You can edit anything together. Look at this show.
90s, early 2000s morning radio, like drop button is out of control type shit.
I'm looking forward to seeing how they handle it. What's the context? Is it just like a biography
I'm
kind
not
of thing about?
sure. I thought I heard that it was about him, a documentary series, whatever, about him and the Madden video game series. I'm not a huge John Madden fan, but I feel like if that's the only thing you're focusing on, you're selling whatever legacy John Madden has very short, because he was a Super Bowl winning coach and a broadcaster. Well, coach before and broadcaster in conjunction with being the video game name for 2-3 decades, something like that. So
it's been a while since like the
I don't think he
80s,
coached. I don't think he
80s.
coached for 2 decades, but I know he did broadcasting for at least 2 decades. I'm sure.
Have you? I know you're not big into games, but this is kind of an offshoot of the Madden
Sure.
thing. Have you played a sports game recently? Within the last?
Not recently. Probably not. My last console I had was a PS3 or Xbox 360, whichever was newer. I'm not sure. So whatever the most current version of Madden on those consoles is probably the last one that I really played.
I think the thing for me, like Madden, always signifies the beginning of the big like game push because there used to be, and kind of still, that summertime was always a big lull for gaming, and Madden kind of ushers in the new thing. For
And
me,
then
like,
you get into holidays and all that
and all
shit,
the big
so,
pushes, all
yeah.
the big releases generally come out after August. For me, the more realistic it gets for these games, the less I want to play them because it becomes so difficult to actually you just want to sit down and play. I don't want to have to strategize.
That's one of the two things that made me, I stopped playing games, one, because of exactly that. Like, it's cool that it can look, like, I appreciate the fact that it can look that good.
Yeah.
But, like, I kind of enjoy the, like, Tecmo Bowl days where you just get Bo Jackson just run around in circles and can, like, literally run out the entire game on one play.
Yeah.
Like, that kind of shittiness is kind of entertaining.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's nostalgia, or both. But I also, for me, I really hate the multiplayer aspect that, I don't know if they still do, but at the time was really being, like, shoved down your throat in games. Like, I was a big fan of BioWare games for a while. Knights of the Old Republic, Mass Effect, all that type of stuff. And what broke me was on gaming is when they were like, well, you have to do online gaming to get
Mass Effect 3.
Bingo.
Yeah.
So the last thing I want to do is, I mean, if I'm going to play games, I want to get high and, like, hang out in my basement. I don't want to do that while, like, some 4-year-old Korean is calling me the N-word from across the pond while, like, blowing my brains out on a 5-minute, like, interval. You know, that's not fun.
I'm just digesting that whole.
Am I wrong?
I mean, you're not wrong.
So
I like. I'm not even going to say it. I like killing kids
So
in video games.
you want a future episode option? You want to let us know something in the comments? You want to force me to play video games? Tell us in the comments.
We should make John ride the Raptor.
We're not doing that because I don't give a shit about that. But you want to make me play video games? I'll go to Sean's house and utilize his technology and play video games, and you can make fun of me there. So
If you have any questions or anything you want us to talk about during these Shoot the Shit episodes, STS for short, leave them in the comments because we're open to talking about anything.
if you want to leave us comments, you want to give us suggestions, you want feedback on something or want our opinion on something, you can shoot us messages on any social media platform. We're at Dewey Podmonster. Our website's crap.town. Or you can go to yourunpodcast.com. We're You Run Podcast Network members. I don't know if there's a message option on there, but if there is, Scott will get it to us because he's a good dude and that's what he does. I think that's all we got for this episode.
That's all we got.
That's all we got. So until then,